Am I married? No. No, Ken and I are not married. I know people had seen his promise ring in the picture that I posted for Valentine's Day, but no, we're not married. I never wanted to make him feel like he is stuck with me. That is not what I want. I'm like, I want you to be with me because you are happy in this relationship. You want this relationship. Just because we have a child together does not mean you're obligated to stay with me. There are lots of options for us. If you don't want this child, I will be the mother. That is my responsibility. That's your choice if you want to show up.
Gypsy Rose's latest live session has sent social media into a frenzy, and this time, all eyes are on her relationship with Ken. The biggest question swirling around is why he hasn't taken the next step. Despite the speculation surrounding a ring on Ken's finger in the Valentine's Day post Gypsy shared, she clarified during her live that they are not married. She explained that the band was simply a promise ring she had given to Ken last year.
Am I married? No. No, Ken and I are not married. I know people had seen his promise ring in the picture that I posted for Valentine's Day, but no, we're not married.
The moment she said this, rumors started flying. If Gypsy has done everything to prove her commitment, leaving Ryan, getting pregnant for Ken, and even giving him a promise ring, why hasn't he shown the same level of dedication? His hesitation is raising serious concerns about whether he is truly invested in this relationship. Since Gypsy's release, the chemistry between her and Ken seems to have faded. While she has continuously expressed her love and commitment, Ken has appeared increasingly emotionally detached. During a live session, when asked about marriage, his response was vague, saying, "Not yet. We still have some stages to get through." But those stages seem to be dragging on indefinitely, making people question whether he even sees a long-term future with Gypsy at all. The way she spoke about it on the Vile Files podcast was even more telling. She stated that she wasn't forcing Ken into anything and that the decision was entirely in his hands. If it had been a mutual choice to wait, wouldn't she have phrased it differently? Instead of saying they both agreed to take things slow, she placed all the responsibility on Ken, subtly indicating that she has been waiting for him to decide the future of their relationship.
I never wanted to make him feel like he is stuck with me. That is not what I want. I'm like, I want you to be with me because you are happy in this relationship. You want this relationship. Just because we have a child together does not mean you're obligated to stay with me. There are lots of options for us. If you don't want this child, I will be the mother. That is my responsibility. That's your choice if you want to show up.
Ken's reluctance could be stemming from deeper issues he might not be openly addressing. Sources close to the situation have revealed that Ken has been increasingly distant, often withdrawing from intimate conversations and avoiding discussions about their future. Fans have noticed his lack of enthusiasm when he is around Gypsy, with many pointing out how disengaged he seems in their public appearances. His body language has raised eyebrows. He often keeps a noticeable physical distance from Gypsy, rarely displaying genuine affection. Even in casual social media moments, his demeanor suggests he is fulfilling an obligation rather than enjoying the relationship. Body language experts analyzing their interactions have noted that his posture, facial expressions, and minimal engagement hint at deeper issues regarding his true feelings about their relationship.
Right, I already told you Ken and Gypsy broke up. Okay, that's a fact. Ken is allegedly back in Texas for sure, allegedly. It's been alleged that he's at his mama's. So he's with Miss Raina, allegedly. Now, I've heard that he has only been in Louisiana a couple of times last month for filming, and he's been MIA ever since. So when y'all said homeboy is like, "Where's Waldo?" You ain't never lie. Listen, I think Ken was like a runaway slave on that highway to get back to Texas, child.
His attitude toward Gypsy's pregnancy also raises questions. When they first got back together while she was still incarcerated, Ken was quick to propose. But after their child entered the picture, he has stalled on making any further commitments. This shift in behavior suggests that while he may have been enthusiastic about rekindling their romance initially, the reality of a full-fledged, long-term relationship, especially with a baby involved, may be overwhelming him. The pressure of fatherhood, combined with Gypsy's growing fame, might be weighing heavily on him. There is speculation that Ken could be struggling with the responsibility that comes with being in Gypsy's life, or that he simply isn't as invested in the relationship as she is. The inconsistencies in Ken's behavior have not gone unnoticed. One moment, he appears supportive and present, and the next, he is cold and distant. This leaves fans questioning whether he is staying in this relationship out of genuine love for Gypsy, or if there is another reason keeping him tied to her.
To me, that doesn't sound like a couple that's together. She's made several other comments recently using the words co-parenting with Ken and hints here and there that it's just going to be her. And I know a lot of people are thinking, who cares, right? But Gypsy Rose will be a single mother to a child in her care. Just Gypsy. Hopefully, at least, Christy and Rod can step in, help her, because that was the one thing we were at least kind of leaning on is, well, Ken's gonna...
His mother, Rena, gave an interesting take when she appeared on Sam Obi's live session. She suggested that Ken and Gypsy were holding off on marriage because they were still getting to know each other, especially since their pregnancy was unexpected. This aligns with speculation that Ken may feel pressured by the situation and unsure about whether he truly wants to commit to a long-term future with Gypsy, or if he feels obligated due to the circumstances surrounding their child.
The child is being named after me. So,
really?
Yes.
Raina is the name.
One of the names. Her middle name.
Middle name.
The bullshit middle name, but still, I'll take it.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Do you think that this child will have any form of a normal life?
You know, I know as far as I am concerned, and my son is concerned, and Gypsy is concerned, that is what we will strive for. You know,
well, Raina,
realistically, you know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you have to accept reality that this.
Yeah, especially if she's putting the child on social media.
But we're going to do the best we can with what we have.
Beyond Rena's comments, there have been multiple signs indicating Ken's hesitation. Sources close to the couple claim that while Gypsy has been eager to solidify their bond, Ken has consistently kept things at a distance. Some speculate that he may be struggling with the rapid changes in his life, going from a relatively private existence to being thrust into the public eye due to Gypsy's notoriety. The pressure of social media scrutiny and the reality of parenting might be overwhelming him. Gypsy herself hinted at these issues when she spoke about the challenges of co-parenting, seemingly acknowledging that Ken wasn't as emotionally available as she had hoped.
Tell you from personal experience, if it's not there from the start, it's never going to be there. At least that's how it was for me. So it is something that you do have to prioritize your own happiness. Regardless, y'all can still co-parent and be good parents at that. But to try and make yourself happy with someone that you're not in love with in that way, I did not realize how much attraction matters in a relationship because I was prioritizing, the heart that I saw and, the love that I felt, but it was a different type of love. And I thought that it'd eventually grow to be this, wonderful, romantic, fiery relationship. And I never got there. So definitely prioritize yourself. It's not selfish.
There is also the possibility that Ken is staying in the relationship for reasons other than love. When he first reconnected with Gypsy while she was still incarcerated, he proposed almost immediately. At the time, there were no major responsibilities, no baby, no household to run together, just the excitement of rekindling a relationship. But now, with a child in the picture and the scrutiny of the public eye, his reluctance to propose again or even give her a new promise ring speaks volumes. That is a drastic change in behavior, and it raises serious doubts about his true intentions. Fans are questioning whether he is second-guessing his role in this relationship or if the reality of Gypsy's fame and the intense scrutiny of their relationship has made him more hesitant.
So Gypsy Rose gave Ken Urker a promise ring. This is really confusing because we're not in high school anymore. We're not in junior high. We're adults. Instead of promise rings, it's usually the guy is giving the girl an engagement ring. So they told TMZ, which I'm thinking it's either Christy or Gypsy herself told TMZ that Gypsy, yes, gave Ken a promise ring. And it's a black band. I think she got it at Zales for like less than $300. And he wears it on his ring finger. And it's a symbol of their committed relationship. But that's what an engagement ring is, right?
Ken might also be considering Gypsy's past relationships and how they ended. She was married to Ryan Anderson for just 2 years before she left him for Ken. Initially, she spoke highly of Ryan, but after their split, she accused him of being controlling, abusive, and lacking in intimacy. This rapid shift in how she viewed her ex-husband might be unsettling for Ken, who could be worried that if their relationship deteriorates, he too will become the next target of Gypsy's public criticism. If he marries Gypsy only for things to fall apart, he could find himself in the same position as Ryan, with Gypsy exposing all their private issues to the public. The possibility of being put in that position may be enough to make him hesitate about making any lifelong commitments. Beyond personal concerns, Ken may also be struggling with the level of exposure that comes with being with Gypsy. Since leaving prison, she has been under constant public scrutiny, with every move she makes being dissected by the media and online commentators. While some people thrive under this kind of attention, Ken does not seem to be one of them. His discomfort during interviews and social media appearances suggests that he may not be cut out for a relationship that is always in the headlines. Every disagreement, every small moment of tension is magnified under the public eye. While Gypsy has become accustomed to media attention, Ken might be struggling with the invasive nature of it all. A relationship where privacy is practically non-existent could be overwhelming, especially for someone who values a low-key existence. He might also be considering the long-term implications of being tied to Gypsy. Her fame is unconventional, built around a dark and controversial past, and the attention she receives is often mixed with scrutiny. Being linked to Gypsy means Ken's own life and choices are constantly analyzed and questioned. He might fear that marrying her would mean permanently stepping into a world of relentless public interest, which may not be the life he envisioned for himself. Does he want to be a co-star in Gypsy's ongoing media saga, or would he rather quietly remove himself before becoming too entangled? Public moments between Ken and Gypsy have often seemed forced or awkward. Take their viral moment at the San Francisco airport. Ken appeared visibly frustrated and disengaged while talking to Gypsy. Even during their TMZ interview, his body language spoke volumes. Crossed arms, lack of eye contact, tense facial expressions, everything about his demeanor suggested discomfort rather than love.
How much more time to wait?
No, remember that was last.
An hour plus?
Hour?
Yeah, hour plus.
Yes.
See, I'm the kind of person who wants to get here 1 hour before takeoff, but you're the kind of person who wants to get here 3 hours. And this is exactly what happened. We ended up sitting at a fucking terminal for 2 hours.
But you could always go shopping at the little gift shops.
Who wants to go shopping at an airport? Who wants to spend 3 times the price on a...
I like.
Fans have been pointing out how in nearly every public photo or video, Ken never appears to display deep affection for Gypsy, making many wonder if he is truly happy in this relationship. People have noticed that Gypsy is putting in significantly more effort than Ken. She frequently posts about him and their baby, gushing over their relationship with heartfelt captions and affectionate words. Meanwhile, Ken's social media presence is noticeably lacking. He rarely posts about Gypsy, and when he does, the content lacks warmth and emotional depth. Some have even suggested that he seems emotionally detached from her, with little to no chemistry between them. What's even more telling is that this dynamic isn't just evident online, it's playing out in real life too. During key public moments, such as their baby shower and other outings, Ken has been caught looking visibly disengaged, staring off into the distance or responding to Gypsy in a monotone voice. His lack of enthusiasm has led to whispers that he might still be around due to external pressures rather than genuine commitment. Fans are questioning whether he remains in this relationship out of obligation rather than love, and many are wondering if contractual agreements are playing a role in his behavior. According to content creator Maina, sources have alleged that Ken and Gypsy had already separated before the baby shower, but were required to stay together for the filming of Life After Lockup Season 2. If true, this could mean that Ken is sticking around just long enough to fulfill his contract. Reality TV contracts are notoriously strict, often forcing cast members to maintain certain storylines for the sake of drama and audience engagement. If Ken is legally bound to stay with Gypsy until the season's conclusion, it could explain why he looks so emotionally checked out. Even the sneak peeks from the upcoming season hint at growing tension, with Ken reportedly blaming Gypsy for getting pregnant while still married to Ryan. The couple is even seen attending therapy, attempting to work through their issues. Insiders have also speculated that production may be encouraging them to stay together just long enough to complete their storyline, as reality TV thrives on unresolved drama. This raises the bigger question: how much of Ken and Gypsy's relationship is real, and how much is orchestrated for television? If Ken truly wants to leave but is trapped by contractual obligations, it would explain his cold demeanor in public. The pressure to keep up appearances for the cameras while privately dealing with a fractured relationship could be taking a serious toll on him. Whether he will officially part ways with Gypsy once the cameras stop rolling remains to be seen, but his current behavior suggests he might be waiting for his moment to exit. Then there's the growing speculation surrounding Ken's personal life. A shocking theory has emerged regarding his sexuality after a man named Steve claimed he met Ken on Grindr and that they had hooked up multiple times. Ken aggressively denied the allegations, but Steve doubled down, even claiming that Ken left personal belongings at his place. Another man, known as Corby Bear, came forward with similar accusations, stating that he and Ken met discreetly on multiple occasions. The internet erupted with speculation, with many questioning whether Ken's relationship with Gypsy is, in part, an attempt to counter these rumors. Some believe his defensive response to the allegations was a sign that he was hiding something, while others theorize that staying with Gypsy helps him maintain a more traditional public image, shielding him from unwanted scrutiny. In today's digital age, social media can make or break someone's reputation. If Ken is concerned about how he's perceived, he might be holding on to his relationship with Gypsy as a strategic move. Whether the allegations hold any truth remains uncertain, but the fact that multiple sources have made similar claims has kept the rumor mill spinning. Another major point of contention: Ken's true intentions in rekindling his relationship with Gypsy. Her ex, Ryan, has openly claimed that Ken only got back with her for clout. Before reconnecting with Gypsy, Ken was working as a bartender in Texas, a job that didn't exactly provide financial security. But after Gypsy's release, he moved to Louisiana and quickly became part of her reality TV fame. This sudden shift in lifestyle has led many to believe that he saw an opportunity and took it. If he were to leave Gypsy, he would not only lose the financial benefits that come with being tied to her, but also the exposure that keeps his name relevant. Being in a relationship with Gypsy has undeniably boosted Ken's social media presence, opening doors for potential brand deals, sponsorships, and paid interviews. Reality TV contracts also come with financial incentives, particularly for couples who remain together throughout the season, ensuring dramatic storylines that keep audiences engaged. If Ken understands the financial perks that come with maintaining this public romance, he may be reluctant to walk away before he's milked every last opportunity. Without Gypsy, maintaining his relevance might be a struggle. And then, there's the wildest theory of them all, the possibility that the baby doesn't actually exist. Some internet detectives have pointed out the lack of public proof of life, with no official documents, photos, or footage surfacing to confirm the child's birth. Gypsy's pregnancy itself was shrouded in mystery, with many speculating that it was faked due to inconsistencies in her appearance. Her baby bump seemed to fluctuate in size at different times, leading to online debates about whether this was an elaborate scheme to generate more media buzz. If the baby is real, Ken may feel obligated to stay despite his unhappiness, as walking away would make him look like the bad guy. A child would undeniably complicate an already messy situation, potentially keeping Ken tied to Gypsy longer than he would like. Some believe that the baby is the only thing holding their relationship together. Without it, Ken might have already made his exit. At the end of the day, the more people analyze Ken and Gypsy's relationship, the clearer it becomes that Ken is not in this for the long haul. Whether it's fear, financial gain, or contractual obligations keeping him around, one thing is for sure, he doesn't seem thrilled to be there. The real question now is, when will Ken finally make his move? And that's the tea on Gypsy and Ken's messy, drama-filled relationship. What do you guys think? Is Ken just biding his time until he can finally break free? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Do you believe the rumors about his true intentions? Or even wilder, the theory that the baby doesn't exist? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I need to hear what y'all think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more juicy updates, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss out on the latest celebrity drama. And as always, stay messy, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.